everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to do a quick look at my palettes. I saw a few videos with it and I thought, do you know what, I want to do this because I have a load of palettes, I want to show them. So there is tons, so let's just get cracking into the video. Alright, so this is one of my first palettes that I ever bought and I love this. This is a Z palette and there's some little ones in there that I got from Phase Zero from Lucy Prettyface, but other ones are Makeup Geek. So for example, these ones is Barcelona Beach by Makeup Geek and they're the little single pans and I just love them. And I love this little colour palette and I love a Z palette. So yeah, you can buy them individual and then put them into your own custom made one and I love this. I think this is gorgeous. So yeah, that was one of my first and I love it. And then we are going into some of my bigger palettes which are here. So there's loads of bigger palettes and then I've got smaller ones. So I'll start off with the top one. It's on there by no particular order and it's the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. Now this one is a little bit mucky. It is well used. My sister-in-law has had it for a few weeks. So yeah, it's used. And I love this palette. These greens down here are delicious. I don't dip into this as much as I should do. And I really might go have a look at this again. But see this one here? It's got a big dent in it. That's my favourite colour for just right across the top. I'll try it now. Well, a little bit. I've got a tiny little bit of, well, not a tiny little bit, quite a lot, of the Heat palette, which I'll show you later. So, that's lovely actually. I like that. So this is just a fantastic palette. And if you can get your hands on it, I would, because it's worth it. And then we're on to another Morphe palette, which is my 350. And this is it here. Now I wear a lot of this as well, and especially this colour. And as you can see from my Jaclyn Hill palette, that is a very similar colour that I'm loving. It's that same dented one. I just love those light colours across the top bit of the lid here. I go dark and then light. Always, it's kind of my way of doing eyeshadow. But yeah, I love this one and I totally recommend it because it's got such lovely warm colours and warm tones, but you've got really good neutrals as well, so, and base colours, and you can just make a real nice auburn smoky look. So yeah, I love this one and I do dip into them occasionally. Right, then I have the 3 Beauty Bay palettes that I have bought recently, well, quite recently, the end of last year, and these were £75 for the 3 of them and I'm happy. I love them. This is the Origin palette and here it is here. So it's makeup by numbers really, so you can go along the columns and they have down the sides base, transition, crease, liner, pop, highlighter. So it kind of gives you how you could go along with it if you wanted to, which is really nice, and it gives you an idea, especially if you're new to makeup, which I kind of am. So it gave me lots of scope to experiment. So I have experimented with lots of colours in these and I've found that some work for me, some don't, and it's been really enlightening. And I do dip into this a lot. As you can see, these highlighted colours, I've got little dents in them, so these are the ones that are my favourite, as always. So yeah, I seem to have lots of favourites. Then we had the Evolve, which is part of the set again, and it's the exact same, colour by numbers, so you've got your base, your transition, yada yada. And as you go along, these are just a bit nicer colours. Well, they're not nicer, they're just different. Show you now. So very similar colours, but you can play with them a bit differently and put them on your eyes in a different way. But I don't use them in the numbers sections now. I just dip into the colours that I've liked and the ones that I've tried and experimented with. Then we have Identity, which is the 3rd palette in the series, and this is a more brighter one, and there are more available now on Beauty Bay for even brighter, crazier colours, so if you're interested, pop on over. But yeah, these are nice, and as you can see, there's a dent in this one. I've used the heck out of that one. It's really nice. I'll put it on my hand to let you see. It's just a really nice silvery colour, gorgeous to put on your top lid there when I was doing a smoky eye. So yeah, I totally recommend it. All 3 of them have big mirrors, which is all smudged with my fingerprints. Sorry about that. So they're all my big ones that I've showed you, and the Makeup Geek small one that I started with, which is nice to start with that one. Then we have Huda Beauty. I got this for my birthday, I think 2 years ago, last year, 2 years. And these are the colours in this one. And when I first tried it, this is Desert Dust palette, by the way. When I first tried this palette, I wasn't too keen, I wasn't as excited, but I've discovered I love it. And I was going to give this away, which I'm super duper glad I never, because I actually love this palette. I love Blood Moon, which is up here. It's just such a lovely colour. I love Angelic. So these are the pink highlight colours that I'm loving, as I would do. But yeah, there's just some really, really nice colours in this palette. And I totally recommend it for a nice orangey, peachy kind of look. I think it's just gorgeous for that. So yeah, I'm totally loving this as a birthday present. I'm so glad my husband got me it. Then on to my Anastasia Beverly Hills. I do not have enough of her. I only have 2 palettes, which I would like to have more. This is my Modern Renaissance palette. I've hit pan! Yay! Well, yeah, I love this palette. I do. It's just my favourite. If I'm going on a night out or I'm going on a day out with Jackie, 100% I'm picking up this palette. Just is always the way. It's going to be this one and my Subculture if I'm going out for a night out. Definitely. I love these 2 for neutral shades to just start with your transition and your base. Just love them. The Primavera is another shade exactly the same to go across my lid. It's another favourite. I seem to reach for them. But if I ever need reds or pinks, Venetian reds and Love Letter is the way to go on this palette. And then my Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture, which is one of my most favourite ones of all time. I love it. It's a bit messy, but this green is the most divine green ever across the lid. I love it. The Fudge, which is another colour I just love. And Dawn, which is up here, and it's going to hit pan very, very soon. So those kind of colours are my favourites on this one. But I would 100%, if I'm reaching for a palette and I'm going out, these are the ones I'm going to reach for. So I would 100% recommend them. Okay, so now on to Soph Does Nails, which is another favourite collaboration palette that I've loved. These are by Revolution and these are by a YouTuber, Soph Does Nails, and it's called Soph Extra Spice, which was the second one, which is this one here. And then the first one, which is just Ultra Eyeshadows by Soph, and here they are. And I just love these. These are gorgeous and they give a gorgeous look, they really do. I'm hitting quite a big dent in that one there because I like that for across the lid, and hitting a few dents on Everyday, which is good because it is an everyday look, and Le Sun. So I do go for these, I do dip in and out of them, and I just love them. And these are inexpensive, so the others can be a little bit more pricey, but these ones are like a tenner each or something. So, and they're fantastic, they're really, really good, and I do use them a lot. Then I have some ones that I don't use. This is one I don't use. I picked it up. It's NYX Ultimate Shadows and I don't really use them. I have used them for collab videos, I think. And I have used them in Halloween time. So they are good to have brights because if you need a bright colour, you've got the palette. Which is nice, but I don't dip in and out of that as much as I should. I really don't. And then I got Flatterbox for my Christmas last year or 2 years ago. Maybe I shouldn't still be using it, but anyway, it was just these 3, oops, lost the lip gloss. It's just these 3 colours here and a little blusher, and I have used them. So you can see I have used them. They're nice, and I do use the cat eye, and I've used the lip gloss, so, and the mascara, that's all gone. But yeah, it's a nice little box, so if you see that around about Christmas time or anything, I would recommend it. It's lovely. And I think no, it's not Lady Malwa. I thought it was you, Lady Malwa. It's Charmed Wench. Charmed Wench has done a video on that set. And then I have my last 2 palettes, which are my last 2 favourites. This one is my Alien palette by Jeffree Star. And you'll have seen it featured on a lot of videos because I love it. I love it so much. I think it's just fabulous. The green look, the dark look, the smoky eye look, I do them all with this one. And in actual fact, if I'm going out on a night out, I'm probably reaching for this one first before my other palettes. But that's because it's new and I'm in love. Maybe once the love is toned down a bit, I might then reach for other palettes. But yeah, I recommend it. And if it comes on sale again from Beauty Bay, buy it. Buy it. I know it's a cool tone palette and it's like, oh, would I use those colours? If you want a smoky eye look, you've got it. If you want a dash of green, you've got it. It's just fab, and it's so cool to have in your collection. It looks so lush. And then one of my most favourite palettes of all time is this one. It's small. You think that's not much. It's Urban Decay Naked Heat Petite. This is thebomb.com. Now, if you can get your hands on this, do it. And this is what I'm wearing just now. I wear it mostly every weekend. I love it. I've just put it on. But I just adore it, and I can't even speak more highly of it. And if you have the full one, then fantastic. And I definitely want to buy more Urban Decay, so I'm going to ask for that for Christmas maybe. The Urban Decay Cherry one, as I saw Diary of a 40-something review that, and I really fancied it. But yeah, this is the best palette in the world. You can take it on holiday with you. It's a tiny little thing. Put it in your bag. You're set. It's got a mirror if you want to top yourself up. The colours are fantastic. You don't need to do all this kind of orange. You could skip a few sections and go over a darker look. It's just fantastic. I can't say enough about it. And then my last palette is my Maneater palette, and this has been a favourite. I've hit pan on these two ones. Can you see it? There's the pan. So I love that. It's called Passion. It's just really, really nice. There is the lace highlighter, and I just love that. I think it's gorgeous. So I totally recommend this palette. It's just really, really nice. Okay, so that is the end of my palettes. I can't hold it. This is the end of my palettes video. These are all my favourites and the ones that I use all the time. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope there's some that you maybe want to buy or that you've got already, and what do you think? Comment down below all your thoughts, and I'll see you on another video soon. Bye everyone.
My channel, comment below, press the bell button, thumbs up, thank you.